This is it. How do you feel about me putting that there?
Yes, go for it.
Oh, that's very close. Yeah.
Give you some entertainment to watch on the bus. Close up of Ross's face for an hour.
Okay.
Here we go.
Welcome to another episode of Baller Talk. This is the I can't even speak. Let me restart that.
We are not hungover at all,
No.
if you can't tell.
Right. Welcome to the most hungover episode of Baller Talk ever. And I apologise in advance if you were looking for some kind of professional production here, but that's not what's going on. It's not what's going on at all.
Sam,
I'm with my special guest Ross Brown.
pleased to be
Thanks
here.
very much for having me.
Thank you for.
What? No, you're not having me. I'm having you.
Well, that was the whole plan. Sam, you'd come over here so I could be on the famous Baller Talk. That's it.
That's the way we're going. So we're gonna make a start. Basically, the situation is we're out here in Ross's lovely apartment in Granada, España. So we're having a great time. Basically, we've left this to the last minute, which is my stupid fault because I said to Ross, right, we're gonna make a Baller Talk. So I asked my questions like a couple of days ago. We had like 3-4 days to do this, and now I'm gonna leave for the bus in like an hour.
I know.
So I was like, we really need to get this done, and he had to like kind of shake me up to get me out of bed. So we're doing that. And please forgive me if I can't like form a full sentence or anything like that.
Yeah,
I
same
can tell
goes
it's
for me.
already going badly. Yeah. I mean,
We're gonna give it our best shot. Right, should we fire in?
Yeah.
Good questions. Oh,
You got the questions in your telephone there.
right. Luca Dot freestyle. Are you going to Super Bowl?
Oh. Well, to elaborate on that, Edinburgh Fringe is on at the same time, which obviously you're going to as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to do loads and loads of busking, and it's like the best time of the year for that. So we're kind of contemplating whether it's worth going to Super Bowl because it takes place at the same time. So I'll probably do the last 3 days, if I'm honest. That's what I'm thinking at the minute. Probably go to the last 3 days of Super Bowl, watch the finals, and see everyone.
I'd love to go. I would love to go, but yeah, I've got the Fringe coming up. I'm still kind of new to busking, so it's a big opportunity for me. I've really got to make the most of that, and I'm already away for a week anyway. But yeah, and I'm also skint. So.
Yeah. Fair enough, yeah. So maybe we'll see you there. So
Yeah.
if Lucas goes,
Hopefully.
young fella.
Alright. Okay, Leon Vizan, I said that right?
Oh yeah, that's the
Unreal freestyler. Predictions for UK champs, first, second, third in all categories. Main, rookie, and sick 3, I think it says.
6-3.
Good question.
It's a weird one, 6-3. I can't really call that. I suppose you can. Who do you think's gonna win the whole thing? Who's like the this year?
If Griffin's competing, Griffin.
Yeah.
If Griffin's competing, definitely Griffin. Yes.
This is putting you on the spot. You gotta call first, second, and third. Who you
I know.
thinking? Or just throw the names out. First, second, third.
First, second, third. Second, I was Gregor last year.
I'm trying to think who's gonna compete as well.
Yeah, depends who's competing. Yeah. Depends who's competing. Who are you thinking? I'm stuck here.
It depends. Yeah, it does depend who's competing. I don't think Andrew's gonna compete. Like, what's the point? Jamie Knight might compete.
If Jamie were to compete, I think he could win it.
Yeah.
It'd be tough. I think it'd be close between him and
Say
Griffin.
like Griffin first. If Jamie Knight was competing, Jamie second. Connor Reynolds is going to be up there, I think.
Conor, yeah, of course, yeah. Assuming it was the same as last year, all the same kind of competitors.
Yeah. I would say
First Griffin.
based on form, based on training and stuff, I'm going to say first Griffin, second Reynolds, third Gregor.
Yeah, no, I'd say.
Actually, I don't know. I haven't seen Gregor train recently. He might come second. Don't know.
Greg will probably be training a lot right now in summer. He's finished his uni and stuff, so.
I guess you've seen him like last week.
Yeah, he's good. So, yeah, it's gonna be Griffin, and then I think Gregor and Connor. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'd agree on that.
I don't know.
There's going to be a few surprises this year. The one I'm going to pick up is Campbell Anderson.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't show anybody like what he does.
No,
He doesn't put anything up on Instagram or whatever, and he's got so many like cool tricks, so much original stuff as well. And he's gonna surprise. He's gonna surprise big time. That would be my like underdog prediction, that he's gonna finish really, really well.
Yeah, it's the same as Griffin though. Griffin doesn't post. We don't know what to
You're right,
expect.
you're
He
right.
could be training really hard. He could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he said rookies as well. Rookies, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know
who's
the
in the
rookies
rookie.
really.
Like, what qualifies you to be a rookie?
We were talking about this the other day. I know what does qualify you?
Yeah.
Because I was saying I've been freestyling for just coming 2 years, and I thought, yeah, I am not entering the rookies, because did you not say it was?
Yeah. Because it's like
Under 3
something
years.
to do with a short period of time. So I thought it was. I'm sure I've heard this somewhere. You've been freestyling for less than 3 years.
Yeah.
So that means you're a rookie because you're not been doing it as long, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, you being a fully grown adult,
Yeah,
going against
That's what I said to Sam. I said, if you've ever seen Elf, and seen the classroom, it's just this big funny guy
yeah, that's true.
and all these wee guys. Yeah, no.
Imagine winning the rookies. Maybe to qualify, you've got to be like under 5'4" as well, or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. If I was to guess rookies, I mean, like Leon's obviously in with a big shout. I think
Yeah.
he'd win the
Jesus.
thing. Max Lawson is somebody I pick up as well, because those two guys are really good at transitions, and they're like cool freestylers.
Yeah.
They've got their own stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Depends who's there.
I only found Leon the other day on Instagram, and
Oh yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
So big up.
Uh-huh.
Leon Bazan.
We're gonna say
Jesus.
Leon first, Max second, then Jeffrey's third.
I couldn't give you an honest position. I don't know enough of the rookies. I don't know the scene well enough. But yeah,
6'3" as well.
6'3" as well. Yeah.
That's a hell of a question.
Considering
It's
I
a good
can-
question. I'm just
yeah.
hanging. So.
Now, considering I can do about 10 Hop the Worlds, I'm probably not the best guy to comment on lures in freestyle. I really don't know. I mean, obviously Reynolds is going to be my chance. Big
Good point,
lures guy.
I don't know if he did it last year, because he wasn't in the top 3. I have to ask him. Sam Cunningham. Alfie Mack is going to do a 6'3" with a pally in it, probably. So, he's got a good chance.
Oh, Alex.
Sam Lord would probably get a good one. He can throw in no touch now. That again depends who's doing it. I think the best guys at that are going to be Reynolds, Sam Cunningham, Alfie Mack.
Calvin would
Those are
do
my
good,
three.
but he doesn't compete.
Yeah. But I
He
don't know if
doesn't
he's going to
tend
even. He could do 6'3", like.
Oh yeah, he's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
He could probably do. Yeah.
I don't know what he'd do.
Aye.
Yeah.
Right. Aaron O'Donnell. I can't see the rest of your name. How tall are you? Sam, how tall are you?
I don't know. 5'9" or 10.
5'9" or
Don't
10.
know actually.
Well,
About that.
the next question's actually from Calvin.
I told you.
Yeah, the next one, that's what I was going to say. The next question
Oh,
is actually
right.
from Calvin.
Oh, right,
And
okay.
speaking of which, I used to think I was decent height. Yeah, I met Calvin, and no.
That's
photo-
a monster.
There's a photo of us, and I just look like a midget.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that on the screen right now, because you had a meet up and that. It's just like everyone's pretty level out there.
I know,
Everyone's
I know.
like about, I don't know, 5'10" and to 6'1". Calvin's 6'4", so he's like, it's like whoa.
Some size.
Uh,
Is yeah,
Lovely
I never
guy.
thought it was small, I never thought it was tall, but then I met Calvin, and yeah, I'm a midget. So,
yeah.
right, so moving on to Calvin. Calvin Evans,
We love you,
97.
Calvin.
We do love you, Calvin. What freestyler does Ross take the most inspiration from? And I think that's, can't really read the rest of it.
Oh yeah.
What freestyler does Ross take the most inspiration from? But like, as in favourite freestyler right now, would have to be. Oh, it's impossible not to say someone like Erland, Ricardinho, some of the biggest guys. Sam's got me on the Lukey wagon. It's definitely.
Oh yeah,
It's
the Lukey
convertible
bandwagon
to-
is something like. Just go look up videos of Lukey. He's so good.
Yeah,
So much fun watching his battles too. It's quality.
it is. Jamie Knight's a big one for me. When I started off, I was always interested in the whole kind of performance side of freestyle, and obviously Jamie is doing so well. So Jamie was a massive inspiration for me, and he's a brilliant freestyler as well. So definitely when I started, Jamie was the biggest one. Definitely, but now now I like the big guys, Ricardinho, Ireland. I really do like Lukey as well. What about you?
I was gonna say the same, like pretty much, because Jamie was again a big inspiration for me. Like we're big on the busking,
Yeah.
scene, the busking bandwagon. Like we love that, and just watching like a full which is which you don't see that often from freestylers, to be honest. You see training clips and all that, but
Uh-huh.
there's loads of old videos of Jamie putting up like street performances which last like 3 to 4 minutes, and they're always like, I don't know, I just find it so enjoyable to watch, like a real stunning like top level performance. That's a really inspirational thing in my eyes, and I know you take the same kind of approach.
Oh, definitely.
Inspirations for me, actually, I would go like, in my first year it was like Daniel Dennehy, in my second year it was like Jamie Knight, and then I'm 4 years in now, and the last couple of years I've been looking at Lukey's stuff a lot, and you probably tell by my freestyle because it's kind of similar. Now it's developing to become similar because, you know, I steal all his tricks in that, but yeah, those are the guys I'd say.
Yeah, another guy I really like is Brynjar.
Oh yeah.
Love Brynjar, but I think he's been unlucky in a lot of battles. Well, no, he's not been unlucky. I think he's been given a lot of wrong decisions. I think. Yeah. So
it happens in every comp.
No.
It's like you could argue Red Bull, Super Bowl, like all these battles. He lost to Gusick whenever you're thinking, oh, maybe not. He lost to Lukey the year before when you're thinking maybe not. He lost in Red Bull Street Style to Ricardinho. You're thinking maybe not. Like there's
last year,
yeah.
Last year he won against, it was Ricardinho, wasn't it?
Yeah, semi-final.
He won against him. Yes, I think when you think of the big names, you think, oh, Ireland, you know, but Brynjar needs some.
Oh, he deserves some credit, like.
He definitely does. Right. Calvin again. Do you guys see yourself living in Spain in the future, or just an on and off thing? Good question.
Yeah.
Good question. I seem to never be in Scotland. The past 2 years I've barely been in Scotland.
I'm just saying, like, if you're not familiar with Ross, which you probably are if you're watching this far into the bloody video, but like, he lives in Spain, he's fluent in Spanish, and like, you're studying over here and stuff, so
still can't get time.
Could well be. It's better than mine, so you're fine.
It's still pretty red.
I was thinking it could well be a long-term thing for you. Like, I don't know. Like, what are you thinking? Depends on career path and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah. It depends what you end up doing. It's really been just because of uni. I've been here. I was working out here teaching English. That was through uni, and then now I'm doing my semester abroad out here. It's, you know, I like Spain. I do like Spain, and it's just lovely having the weather. But no, I like Scotland. I don't know. It really depends what you end up doing for jobs and that kind of stuff. I really don't know. You know, you get your family and stuff in Scotland, so it depends. I don't know. I'm just gonna play things by ear. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going back now. I'm looking forward to going back to Scotland.
Oh, really?
I'll actually be there for a while, more than like 2 months at that time.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
I remember whenever I stayed in Spain a few times, I was never looking forward to going home because I enjoyed it so much.
Really?
I enjoyed Spain so much. Yeah, I was always like, oh, I just want to stay here because of the weather and stuff.
Oh,
Excuse me. But you know, even for training and stuff, since we're big into freestyle and that,
Yeah.
whenever you get the weather on your side and you are able to go outside and train every day, it's like such a big thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know. I'm sitting here saying, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to going home and that. I'm gonna go home, go for a training session. It's gonna be raining, windy. I'm gonna lie down to do soles, and then my back's just black, and I'm gonna be like, get me back to Granada.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But no,
You wouldn't say no. Depends on your job, doesn't it? Depends on what you're doing. As to whether you're going to live in Spain or live in Scotland. Like,
yeah, exactly. It just depends, career-wise, and you know. I really don't know, Calvin. I really don't know. But I like being in Scotland. Okay, Flannery, your friend there.
Oh, Mr. Liam, yeah.
Never met you, Liam. Heard good things though. Heard very good things. When are you going to buy some for freestyle shoes?
I guess that's probably addressed to me because I've never had them. But never. they're not durable enough. Nah, I'm only slagging. I'll probably get a pair sometime. You know, they're comfy. They're clearly quite good. Freestylers pick them up all the time. They look good. I think, like, with that the clean white look. They don't have a brand on them. I can't speak. I'm such a mess. I'm such a mess right now. It's unbelievable.
I'm just putting on a brave face.
Yeah, you're doing well. You're doing well. Like, we're getting through this.
That's the biggest.
I can't form a proper sentence. My brain's all mush at the minute.
Relax, compose yourself.
Yeah, so I'll try not to like.
Put my hand on you can just see it shaking.
So I'll try and answer that again. When am I getting 4 freestyle shoes? I don't know. I will consider buying a pair because at the minute I've got 2 pairs of Puma Archive lights and both ripped, so I've got to get a new pair of shoes. But I'm not leaning towards not Pumas. I'm not leaning towards 4 freestyle shoes because they're not very durable according to what I've seen. So does that answer your question? I don't know.
Sam is reluctant. He just does not want to buy 4 freestyle shoes. He's going to be that guy maybe next year, the next UK champ next year.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, alright, how are you doing, Sam? You're going to look down, he's going to see these like ragged, torn, like flip-flop looking things and go, what are those, mate? So, like, I'm not getting the 4 freestyles. Because you just can't get through them.
I'm going to go barefoot. I'm going to turn up at the UK champs and I'm going to be like, where's shoes, Sam? It's like, no, I'll do it in socks. That's it. You can't tell me no.
He does not want to buy them.
KVP took his shoes off for his routine, so why can I not do it for the UK champs? I'm going barefoot. Try and stop me.
But I've got 4 freestyle shoes, but I had to stop using them because they are wrecked. I mean, they are wrecked. And you know, they lasted me a few months, to be fair. And this was like training outdoor in Scotland, you know, in Scotland. So yeah, but nothing like what these Puma Archive lights are lasting people. But yeah, it got to the point I was busking, and my shoes were, I mean, they had on like black socks. These are white shoes, so you can clearly tell where all the rips are. And yeah, I was busking, finished my show, I had a decent crowd, and someone comes up to me, asks, you know, at the end of it, and I'm thinking, oh, what compliments this person going to give me? Go on. And it's like, yeah, mate, you could do a new pair of shoes.
He came up to tell you
Cool.
that. Like the end
They
of your
give me money,
conversation.
so I was like, yeah, whatever.
Alright, sweet.
You can tell me whatever, you give me money, mate. You can just come up and straight insult me, I don't care.
Yeah, that's quality, that's. Because you get a lot of compliments busking and that. And yeah, I guess you were literally
Oh yeah,
thinking that.
that's like...
Thank you for your feedback, sir.
What's
the next one we've got?
It's Campbell, what a man.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, to do with busking as well. Honest thoughts on busking, is it enjoyable? Hey, Sam, I'll let you take this one.
Short answer,
Big
yes.
points.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not, but that's only whenever you're not fulfilling what you want to achieve. And what you want to achieve is a big crowd,
Money.
make some money, and
Money.
just good vibes.
Money,
You know,
money.
like if you're doing it in good weather. If I'm out there during the Fringe and I've got a crowd of like 40+ people, it's good weather, good music, and I'm doing a good show. It's the best feeling in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you'd agree with that.
It's
Like,
an unbelievable buzz. You talked
yeah.
about it in your ball talk with Jamie. When you get a big crowd, you know, everyone's watching you, you know, you're the star of the show, and
Yeah.
and then people are coming up to you, sometimes telling you to get new shoes, but people are coming,
Yeah.
people are coming up to you at the end of it, you know, and they're telling you that was amazing. It's unbelievable buzz. You know,
Yes,
I bet
it is.
you think even things like, you know, your self-esteem and that kind of stuff just makes you feel brilliant. But I would say busking's brilliant. I think busking when it goes good is amazing, but when
Yeah.
it goes bad, it can be like if you go into you know, the city centre one day and it's like not great weather, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I should do it or not, and it's maybe you go for it, you're not getting a great crowd. Like, you can feel like an idiot if you're not getting a good crowd.
Oh yeah.
So it's like it's kind of one extreme to the other. It either
It
goes
is,
great
it
or
is.
it goes shit. So it's, but also another thing is, you kind of said before as well, when you do it because you need to do it, it changes it a bit.
Oh, because financially
Yeah,
you need to make
yeah.
a certain amount of money and that.
It's
Yeah, that's
stress about it. You don't enjoy it as much. It's just you finish the show and you're like, please can I get this X
Yeah.
amount of money?
uh-huh.
But if you don't need it, you know, if you don't rely on it,
Yeah.
then yeah, you can just enjoy it, and you're like, you know, like, you don't worry so much about how much you make, and you just go with it, and you often put on a better show because you're more relaxed, you know.
Yeah, true.
You're not.
Yeah, I don't know if you agree with this, but I was thinking like you kind of go into busking, especially after doing it for quite a while. But whenever you first start busking, you never ever want to start. You never want to actually set up your speaker and actually begin busking. But then like 2 shows in, you want to keep doing it because it does feel so good, and you are
Yeah.
getting good feedback, and it is fun. But yeah, at the start you never want to do it.
The hardest part is starting.
That's a strange thing.
The hardest part is starting. When you get going, it's fine. Like we were saying as well, I always find also my first show is always my hardest show as well. Like if I drop it, it's usually going to be my first show.
Yeah.
Talking about if I drop it. When I drop it, there's going to be more
Yeah,
of my
we
first
always
show.
drop, especially busking. Whenever you put on so many shows, you're gonna make make a couple of mistakes.
Yeah.
Your job is to make it so good that whenever you do drop the ball, people give you a clap.
Part of the show, that's.
Yeah.
But yeah, it depends. If you need it, it's a different story.
It does. But for the most part, yes, it is fun. It is. That's why you do it.
When busking goes great, it's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. You know, and another thing is, you know, you're getting money. from doing the thing that you love doing, you know, that you would do anyway, you know, that you train anyway, that's, you know, your kind of thing you do in your leisure time, you're getting money in the moment. You know, if you work for I don't know, like a whatever, you work for most businesses, though, you know, you'll get paid in a month or so, you get it there and then, you know. And
you know how much you've made.
Yeah, and it's also, it's like, you know, as long as you've got a lot of people, it's like the harder you work, the more you make in a way.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I
you're
like
like, oh,
that.
I'm shattered, you know, but
the fact that it's all on you. I like that.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it's tax free. I might cut that out.
I pay my taxes. Tax man, if you're watching.
I do an online return or something.
Yeah.
I'm talking rubbish here. Do you know what? Let me check if it's been half an hour. Sometimes the camera cuts off because it's that bad. Oh, we're 20 minutes in. 20 minutes. Do you know what? Now I'm up. I'm gonna restart the thing.
Go for it.
Sorry to all the viewers. This is an absolute disaster.
It's a hangover break.
Nah, it's all good.
You going?
I'm very fragile right now.
Is it going?
Yeah, it's filming. Yeah.
Sam had to take a quick break to vomit in the toilet there.
Threw up over the balcony. Landed on someone too. No, I didn't. I'm only joking.
Right. Okay, Campbell again. Negatives of the freestyle community. Right. I think the freestyle community is one of the best things about freestyle. Unbelievable.
It is, yeah.
It's brilliant. You know, it's like you there's so many guys I've been saying to Sam, you know, that I've never met before. But we'll still message each other, you know, we'll big each other up, even if I post like a story or something like that, or if they post something and go, oh, that's fantastic, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic.
It's
you
very
know?
encouraging, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't even know each other, but you're all helping each other out, and everyone kind of know, because you'll know someone that knows them, and you know, maybe they'll say something about you, and you know, you all getting to know each other, and I think that's absolutely a fantastic thing, and there is a few negatives, but if there's one thing I had to pick out, it's like generally this doesn't happen. It doesn't happen a lot. Most guys are really encouraging in that. But we've said before, if someone puts up like a post, you know, if someone, you know, builds up the confidence, put up like a clip or something like that, and then someone will comment, I don't know, just comment something negative on it, and you're like, what? Do you know?
Or like they should be doing better. Or,
yeah, or like style
well, like
wasn't good.
unclean is something we said.
Yeah.
See
Like,
if you've
Do you know
ever commented unclean on somebody's post.
Stop.
Go and delete your comment. You can. Like, why would you do that to someone?
I know.
Sometimes tricks are unclean, and sometimes you might need someone to point that out to make it clearer to you. But in some cases that I've seen, it's like the trick isn't unclean.
Yeah.
You just like you don't quite like the style that it's been done with, and you're gonna go and comment like, oh, not good style, or like it's unclean or something like that. If you comment that is just a horrendous thing to do. I don't know why you would discourage someone in that way. But yeah, that's the only negative about the community I can think of, because it's one of the greatest things.
It's a fantastic thing. It's like,
the community is the reason.
Yeah, you could go somewhere, you know, different country, whatever, and some freestyle you've never met, but you could instantly go. I think Calvin was in Russia the other day. You know, he was meeting up with all these Russians. Maybe probably doesn't know them, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it's like you can travel the world. Yeah. And then like there'll be a freestyler there you can usually meet up with. I think that's brilliant. That's awesome. You know.
Yeah. I went to Mallorca for 6 weeks last year, and then got a message from you. I was like, oh, freestylers, you know, you just kind of meet up. And then there was a German guy as well called Mo Jamal, who you know, I didn't know he was in Mallorca or whatever, but the freestyle community just kind of merges into one, because I think it was Jamson, and then somebody else just sent me a message like, here, I've seen this guy's stories, he's in Mallorca. We ended up messages and stuff like, I would see us as friends even though we've never ever met.
Like, it's mad, it's mad.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant thing, but yeah, not very few negatives. But to add on what we were saying there about you know, posting like a negative comment or something. Some guys, you know, you might not know. It might take a lot for them to post something. They might be like, oh, I'm not that good or something like, you know. And then if someone, I don't know, like, but generally few negatives. But good question, Campbell.
Yes.
If you don't know Campbell is
a veg.
An absolute legend. Top guy, top freestyler. Yeah. Looking forward to see you, Campbell. Looking forward to Fringe if you're doing that. Oh, I'm sure you are.
Oh, trust me, he is.
He will be.
He is.
Yeah, really looking forward to that. Right, Maliki. Good example, actually. Next question from Maliki about what we were saying about, you know, you never met someone, but you'll all, you know, you'll support each other, and
you get on with them, yeah.
Never met Maliki before, but you know, if I don't know, if I post something, he'll always, you know, leave a nice comment.
Yeah.
And we've talked about, you know, like going over to Dublin and stuff. But anyway, Malachy has said, Malachy Cranifest, anything big lined up for this summer?
Fringe.
Yeah.
Fringe is the one. Fringe is what we're looking forward to. There's a couple of football tournaments as well. I don't know if anybody that isn't a freestyler has watched this far into the video, but like in Northern Ireland, there's a couple of big events like the Foil Cup and the Super Cup. Like these are like kids' big tournaments and like big youth football tournaments that people get scouted at and stuff. So I'm probably gonna be at them, doing little freestyle shows and stuff. So that'll be pretty big, for me. Like I'm gonna enjoy that. Apart from that, the Fringe, yeah, I might go to Super Bowl, whatever. It's all good. What do you got planned?
Well, Fringe obviously is a big one. Fringe, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But I go back at the end of this month, and I'm just going to be busking. I'm going to, you know, make a Facebook page and all that. I really want to push the, you know, that I want to start getting shows, yeah, and I'm just going to focus on that this summer. Really focus on training as well and stuff, you know. Train, and yeah, just make the most of it. With a few days of not terrible weather that we might have in Scotland, probably going to be nice. I think it's bad right now.
Yeah, I went to the Fringe last year, right? And you're thinking August, this is going to be the ultimate, like, peak weather time, and it probably rained half the days. Like half the days there was rainfall to the extent where you didn't want to go outside. Do you know what I mean?
It's one thing.
That's August.
Yeah.
So it's kind of depressing, but. It's the same in Northern Ireland, kind of northern, and it was only like this year or last year that I kind of noticed like the further south you go, even within the UK, the better weather it is. I didn't know that before.
I think even the past few days ago it was scorching in London.
Yeah.
Then in Scotland it's just been shit.
Yeah,
it's normal. But
shit.
I know. But hopefully, you know, in summer you can get these dry days. You know, push the training and stuff, because in winter, it's tough.
Get burnt.
Okay, another one from Malachy. When's Ross coming Dublin? Yeah, hopefully soon, Malachy. Hopefully July-ish kind of time. August I'll be in the Fringe.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Me, because Gregor was round here. Gregor Russell was round here 2 weeks ago, and yeah, we were thinking of going over. We've talked about it a few times, so yeah, we're definitely up for it. We're definitely at some point in July. I'll talk with Sam maybe when he's not doing shows and stuff. When you're free, Malachy. And yeah, definitely get a good Dublin trip organised.
We busking sesh too.
Oh yeah. And yeah, that's the same one from Malachy again. Right, okay.
Oh, right.
Sean Flan PT.
Oh yeah.
Thoughts on Liam Flannery? Laughing face.
He's such
I've never met the guy.
bell end. Like,
yours.
I just can't stand Liam Flannery, for Christ's sake. Cut that out. Not joking. No, he's one of my best mates. Great freestyler, by the way. I really hope he enters the UK champs. I don't think I've had like a direct conversation with him about this, but like if he was to compete, he's always on about making drops and stuff and being inconsistent as a live performer and stuff, and that's why he never does busking. He gets dead nervous and then he just like drops everything, and it's pretty funny to the extent to which he drops, but it's because he's trying really hard stuff.
Liam, I drop it all the time and I still make money.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's still hope.
Yeah, he's a top freestyler, and if he went to the UK and Ireland champs, I mean, he could go all the way.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that. He does stuff that nobody else in the UK scene can do. So yeah, I'd like him to compete. That question was nothing about competing, was it? But hey ho, that's it was like
thoughts on Liam Flannery,
yeah. That's something. I mean, he is a top freestyler, and I really want him to compete. We'll see if he does.
Yeah, heard big things though. Heard very good things though. Good souls and
great fella.
Okay, RMBD 2003 9AY.
Shout out to you.
Pretty good man. How old are you? When did you start freestyle? How did you get? Do you remember the rest of the question? I'm reading this off a screenshot. How did you get?
The questions are obviously on my phone and my Instagram, and then I sent the questions to Ross, but I've only screenshotted the little Instagram thing, which I'll put on the screen now. So we don't know what the end of the question is.
So we're just gonna guess.
Yeah.
Improvise.
First part. How old are you? 23. Took me a while.
An old man, Sam. 21. So.
23. Like I feel awful saying that. I really enjoyed when I was 19.
Did you?
Yeah. So, you know, so I could just say like how old
after
are you?
21, it's just like just stop. No more.
Yeah,
birthdays,
you don't want to be in your 20. Like, do I classify as mid-20s? That's an awful thing.
Ooh, no,
mid-20s. You know, well that's next year. I'm in the mid-20s. It's undeniable.
It's scary.
It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, 21's good. Up to 21 is all good, and then after that it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm turning 22 in August then.
Yeah, you don't want to turn 22.
Oh, I don't
that
want
was
to turn-
awful for me. That was an awful experience. Like, Jesus Christ. Well,
When did you start freestyle? The next part.
almost exactly 4 years ago. What about you?
It'll be about 2 years, or coming up 2 years, like proper training. About September time-ish. I kind of started it and I was kind of on and off, but then I added it all up. It's pretty much about. I've been doing it for about 1 year and 3/4-ish.
Yeah, training time.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
add it up all the training, it'll be about that. Coming up 2 years.
Yeah, realistically, when you're asking a freestyler like how long have they been freestyling for, they'll tell you like, say for example, a guy's been going since 2009, so it's 10 years. Realistically, freestylers get so many injuries, it's unbelievable because of
Yeah.
the weird movements and stuff that they do, and the fast legs and the bendy knees and all this rubbish. And realistically, if there's a freestyler that's been going for 10 years, they've probably been injured for about 3 of them.
Yeah, and do you know what another thing is? Gregor was saying to me, he said, "Oh yeah, I started however long ago, but when I started, I didn't have an indoor training spot, and then through the winter in Scotland, you know,
Yeah,
if you're watching this and you're not
Uh-huh.
been to Scotland in the winter,
Yeah.
pretty hard to train if you don't have a. It's impossible to train if you don't have an indoor spot.
I know,
So you've
exactly.
got to think about that as well. He said he would like train like in summer and stuff, you know. So
Yeah. For me, I've been dead lucky because I've never had like a proper injury. Probably jinxed myself right there, but I really hope not. But my 4 years of freestyle has been a real 4 years of freestyle. Like I've never, the longest I've gone without training is probably like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's purely just because maybe I had other stuff on, or the weather wasn't good. But yeah, it's been non-stop.
aye. Next bit. So we don't know this next bit. How did you get so? I don't know. Let's pretend he said, how did you get so
How did you
good?
get so good?
You might say,
Yeah,
how did you get so shit?
Yeah, and you gotta encourage. And I assume this is a kid that maybe does a few football tricks and that maybe I don't know, maybe they might be coaching, or maybe they have just found my Instagram by chance. But how did you get so good is like one of those questions where you're like, mate, it's just practice, and it's the answer all these kids don't want to hear.
Yeah.
It's you don't want to hear like, oh, how'd you get so good at this trick? Because I did it for 6 hours in a row for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up being able to do this trick, and it's the answer nobody wants to hear. But you gotta let people know that, because I said to Ross before, actually, like I would have started freestyle when I was about 12 if I realised the extent to which you could just go out and practice and improve so much so quickly. If I knew that was a real thing, I would have started freestyle back then, you know. But,
Yeah.
it's a myth that any of it is natural talent, because none of it is.
No, it's obviously it's a load of rubbish. But I don't think at the same time, you know, if a young guy asks you and you say this, you don't want to put them off going, oh, hard work, you know.
Oh yeah, you don't put it like that,
Yeah,
but
you've
you're
got
like,
to stress it like, yeah, it's hard work, but it's good, it's enjoyable
it
work.
would have been encouraging for me,
Yeah.
like if you said, if somebody told me like, yeah, I practiced this for 4 weeks and then I could do it. The fact that you can do it after practicing is very, very encouraging. And it depends what way they take it, but yeah, do encourage kids and tell them like, yeah, it just takes practice and then you can do it. Because if you let them know that they can, I'm waffling now. I'm too drunk for this. Christ.
You can look back, I don't
Basically,
remember
just-
filming this, Ross.
Yeah, I know. Just
Did we do a bullet talk this morning?
Oh, I'll be delighted. I'll be like, oh, I thought I forgot to do that. But yeah, if you meet a kid, they ask you like, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? Encourage them. Tell them it just does take practice.
I know, don't scare them off about hard work, do you know what I mean? It's so hard.
yeah.
It's hard work, but it's enjoyable work, you know? You're going out with a ball and putting some music and it's great. Always encourage
you.
you.
Can do it too. Yeah.
Thanks for the question. Next one, Chris Lewis FS. Right, is Big Man Ross? I like you already, Chris. Is Big Man Ross ever going to make into the world of lures? Mate, I could do like 10 hot worlds. What are you talking about?
That's more than me. So.
Look at who. Yeah.
What do you think of lures in general? Like some of the viewers might find that interesting. Your take, because you're leaning towards the busking world, which is like whenever you're doing a performance. For me anyway, like lures is such a minor part of it. Yeah, you do a couple of around the world just to kind of show that you can do that because kids like it and stuff. But there's no way you do a long combo. It's too difficult for the feedback that you get from the general public because they don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I don't get it. They just see circle legs go flapping around, do you know?
Yeah.
Even for me, like, I'm just not. It's not my favourite thing to train. I used to. Do you know if I were if I were to knuckle down and really start practicing them, and I got a decent level, I'll probably love training it. I've just not. It's not. I mean, obviously, I train a lot of soles and uppers, and because I wanted to get into the whole busking thing and that's the big thing for busking. So and I just got into that and I really enjoyed training it. I do train like the odd alt 2 rev or something like that, like big one.
Yeah.
To be able to have something, because I want to have something for competitions, and I think you've got to have a bit of it. Hopefully I'm going to start trying to push it a bit more to get some kind of level, because I am rubbish. I really am rubbish.
No,
I need to get some kind of level. But yeah, one day, Chris. And Chris, looking forward to meet you. Chris is a good example of what we were saying. You've never met someone, but you met each other. Never met Chris before, but looking forward to it. So yeah, thanks for the question. And then brilliant question here. Really good question here from Jack Brown 2003. Really good question.
That's your last name too.
Yeah, it's weird that. Because Jack's the better brother. I don't know how I'm just going to skip right past that one.
Fair enough.
And we've got another brilliant question from Jack Brown 2003. It goes, how is it possible for your wee brother to actually be your big brother? Right, well basically, for those of you who won't know, Jack is my brother, sadly. He's pretty short, and he thinks he's going to one day be taller than me. I'm kidding on. Jack's coming out here in a few days. He's just going on 16 and he is like that on me. And I'm just praying that he doesn't get taller than me. He says he's going to call me his wee brother.
Oh yeah.
Stop growing, Jack.
Oh dear. You know the fact that it said 2003 kind of threw me off there. I was like, imagine if you were born in 2003. Like, oh my god, are you an infant or something?
No. Jack's the next Calvin.
Oh right, yeah.
Right, there we go. Jack's actually asked a serious question. What got both of you into football and freestyle?
Alright, let's get serious here.
Here we go.
Let's get serious.
So,
I enjoyed. I only started playing football when I was like 10, and then freestyle came about because I liked the skillful side of football. What a boring answer! Christ Almighty, this is the worst. This is the worst bullet talk I've ever done. But you're doing well.
Oh, really? That's the best one.
It's the worst I've performed on a video. Take it away. How did you get into that? Football and freestyle. Are you big into football?
I never played football when I was a kid. Never, at all. I had no interest. I was more into music and I was that guy in that gimp, the class picks last,
Oh yeah.
No, I wasn't into football when I was younger. And I think I kind of started playing 5-a-sides and stuff with my mate. I was shite. They'll tell you I still am shite. I'm not. I'm brilliant now, but I'm terrible. But I started playing like 5-a-sides and stuff, and I got into it, and I was rubbish. So I used to start going down to the pitch. I was maybe about 16 at this time, and I used to just go kind of kick the ball a bit, try to get some kind of level. And yeah, because I was down there by myself practicing all the time, I would learn all these like wee flick ups and stuff, and I kind of became the guy that done the, I would do like an around the world, and I wasn't the skill guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, then I started like watching like freestyle videos, and you're like, oh, could I actually do all that? Turns out I can't. But yeah, it just kind of came from there. Practice by yourself that much, pick up all these wee things. And,
nothing beats going and kicking a ball about, even if you're not doing freestyle, just like pinging a ball around. Like there's no more satisfying feeling.
We were training at this spot the other day, and yesterday, and
yeah,
there's these goalposts there, and it's just impossible not to put the thing in. I don't think anyone can resist that,
We were exhausted too.
Oh,
I was like, I just want to ping this top corner.
I know, it's too tempting. And also, I started football I've got this wee brother who's really, really bad at football.
Oh yeah.
And so I started like banging shots in at him. He's a goalkeeper, he calls himself a goalkeeper, and it made me feel really good about myself. So that was a
this is some abuse session.
Right, Cristiano Lover Idol.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the rest of the name.
Common commenter. Big up.
Thanks for the questions. How did you guys meet in terms of freestyle?
Oh, here's a story and a half.
There we go.
I forgot this question was there.
Who's taking this?
I'll do the first little bit and then you take it away. So basically, I had the way last year kind of worked for me was that I did quite a lot of traveling, quite a lot of busking, and I was just living off that for the summer. And then it got to like September time, and this old company that I worked for, TUI, like the travel company, offered me, since there were some football coaches that quit in the hotels, I had done that before, and I was offered to come out. So I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna go for 6 weeks to Mallorca, live it up. There's no kids about, and just take that coaching job. And it was great for me. Like, so I went and took that. It must have been about 2 weeks into that, maybe 3 weeks into that. It was October time, wasn't it?
September, I think.
Oh, was it September? Oh yeah, it must have been like 1 or 2 weeks in.
Don't tell me you forgot.
I was 1 or 2 weeks into me being in Mallorca, and then I just got a random DM from Ross, and he was like, "Here, do you want to train?" And I was like, "Do you know what? Absolutely." We met at 11 that day. But yeah,
fair play to you for taking me up on that, because I just started Instagram. I had no photos up.
yeah,
I could have been anyone.
it was creepy. Like,
I could have been a big total beast, but no. Basically, I'd never met a freestyler before. And I was, this time I was like, oh yeah, I want to be busking, and that's one day. And I used to watch like a lot of busking videos on YouTube. I'd pretty much seen them all. Yeah, just before I go to Mallorca on a holiday. Just before I go, this new busking video pops up with Sam Madden. I was like, oh, brilliant, this is just what I need, like, busking series.
yeah.
I was like, great, this is great motivation and stuff for me. So yeah, I started Instagram because I'd seen that video, followed him, and I'm in Mallorca, and it's like current location Mallorca, so I thought, nah, he's not going to want me to give him a message, and yeah, he did. But
I'm really glad I started doing that, by the way, like current location. I've got Granada up at the minute. It took me 2 days, but I was like, oh,
actually, yeah, I should start doing that. I've got Stirling in mind,
location.
Like,
yeah, it tells you where
you look at that sky, you're like, that's not Stirling, mate.
yeah,
no.
But yeah, that whenever you messaged me and it was in Spain and stuff, and it was like, do you want to just meet up and have a kickabout and that, it reminded me of actually the time that I did the same thing whenever I just started freestyle to Kieran Brown, and you'll know him if you're watching this, like, because he's a big time football YouTuber and all that. But he was still, at this point, it was 2015. He was on about 300,000 subscribers on YouTube and stuff. And I had noticed on his YouTube channel it said like Menorca 2013, Menorca 2014, and I was there in 2015. So I literally just I tweeted him and I was like, "Here, mate, I'm working out here. Would be keen for a kickabout," something along those lines. It was ridiculous. I was like, "Are you coming to Menorca this year?" And fair enough to him, he got back to me and he was like, "Yeah." And then we were DMing. I was just like, "Yeah, come and meet me here." Lucky enough, I got to meet him. Like, what a gentleman.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a great experience. But whenever you messaged me, that reminded me, not that I'm anywhere near like subscriber count or as big time as Kieran Brown, but can you imagine if I said no? Or what an Arsenal move that would have been.
I was expecting it. I don't imagine that. I'd never met a freestyler before. I thought nobody knows who I am. Like, but that's after that. Then I started messaging like the Scottish guys. I messaged like Calvin and Jamza and stuff. I got to meet with them, and I was brilliant, because when you spend that long watching like freestyle, by yourself on your computer, it's like, and then you see it for the first time in real life. It's like
it is.
It's mad. It's a whole different thing, and it's and then we met up that day. We had a meet. I drove down. We had like we rented a car, and I drove like an hour, 40 minutes, something like that, I can't remember. Yeah,
it was absolutely roasting too.
For a meet, yeah, we were out there getting very red.
Very crispy.
Yep, and yeah, then we went out that night.
Oh yeah,
and we just remember it all, don't we?
That's what I said to you yesterday as well. I was like, I didn't know if Ross was a drinker or anything like that, but I was like, obviously, I met him early because I knew I was going on a day sesh with the team, with the guys I was working with.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to make the most of the whole day, so I was like, training in the morning, and then he was taking off. We had like a 2-hour session. It was good. It was great. And then he was just like, "What are you doing for the rest of the day?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm actually going on a day session with him."
Cool.
And he was keen, so I was like, "Oh yes, brilliant!" And yeah, he came and met us at the bar. We had that set. I mean, I got to the bar I think 3 p.m. Maybe a little bit before that, and we were going till 2 a.m. And to this day, that is the worst hangover I have ever had in my life. 3-day hangover. 3 days. 3 days I was suffering for. And I'm suffering today, but at least I can still speak.
Yeah.
I mean, that day I was throwing up all day. It was horrendous, and that was your fault.
Yeah, bad influence, mate. I didn't know if Ross was a drinker.
Yeah, no. And then that happened. Oh,
yep.
Great fun though. Great fun. It was a hell of a day.
Well, it was some day. It was brilliant. But yeah, that's it all started.
Might have to go restart that camera.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you.
Have a little look.
Go for it. This is Sam's tactical hangover break.
Stop. Really sorry we lost all that video, but we have the audio. So if you're still watching, thanks very much. We're just gonna.
Our beautiful hungover faces are back now. So.
We're just gonna finish this off.
You can watch us shaking. Going through this hangover.
Oh dear. Okay.
Take the audio.
Hang on. The funniest thing about all that is I've lost all the video, so I'll just use the video that I recorded on this, which is just
my face.
A real close up of your face.
He's running for a treat, guys.
Oh dear. Yeah, sorry for losing. Do you know what? That's completely my fault as well, because it ran out of storage. It wasn't the battery. It wasn't anything stupid. It was something stupid. I still can't speak. I still can't form a sentence.
Come on, we're getting there.
I'm gonna throw up everywhere. Can we finish this quick?
Let's go. Right, okay. And yet again, another brilliant question from Jack Brown 2003. Jack, I'm going to block you from sending the question into this.
3 questions from Jack. That's good.
How can you downgrade so much from the likes of, I know what the question is, from the likes of Jamie Knight to me?
It's not a downgrade.
Jack, you're going to show up to my door when you come over on Sunday and you're going to be like, oh, hey bro, I missed you bro. It's like, you're not staying here though.
Yeah.
Oh, but bro, come on.
It's warm enough outside, so.
I said this as a joke to Jack, Sam just went and done one with Jamie Knight the other day, 1,000 times of followers. He's going to go, Jamie Knight, Ross Brown. Who's that? Do you know?
I think this has gone really well, even though we're horrendously hanging.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I'm going to get a tough time in life. I'm going to think back to that ball top and go,
yeah.
Do you know, if I could make it through that, I could make it through.
Yeah, big moment.
Right, next question is from Beatty. Oh no.
Don't bother with that.
I don't know.
I'm going to put that question on the screen. It's a great question. But,
right, it's in Russian. So
we don't know what the question is.
Calvin, if you're watching this, leave it in the comment. Calvin usually watches your videos.
Oh, he does.
Calvin speaks Russian.
He's left me some really nice, good comments.
Yeah.
Calvin, can you translate this?
If you're watching this, Calvin, please translate that.
Translate that in the comments for us, man.
Cool. Okay, next one's from Jose Moreno, FS. Urban Ball versus Monteball. Who wins?
Who wins? Depends who's using them, doesn't it?
I thought you meant like which one's the better one.
Yeah. Oh, I think he does. I think he does. What's better, a Monta or an Urban Ball? Urban Ball's like grippy, Monta Ball's like small. So I think I'd rather use a Monta Ball.
I think it depends if you're a lower guy than the Monta.
I don't think I've really used either. What do you think?
I'd probably say Urban Ball just because like for uppers and that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, probably won't affect my 10 hop the world too much, you know. but I think if you're a lower guy, Monta.
I think if I was using a Monta Ball, I would have landed Shivo by now.
Yeah.
But I haven't. So,
on the case.
Here's my sad story of the day.
I don't know. I'm not using any of them, so I can't answer.
That's the worst question ever,
Jose. Okay, next one from panos.efst. Will you visit Greece? Probably for you.
Yeah. You visited before, went to Rhodes for like a week. Yeah, I'll visit Greece. I don't know where, don't know when. It's a great little place. Are you going to visit Greece?
I would love to go. I've never been. Skint. I would love to go, yeah. But do you know what I mean? Like I've barely been in Scotland for the past while, so I need to stay in Scotland for a while.
Embrace your Scottishness.
Yep. Yeah.
Weird question too. There's 2 dreadful questions in a row, guys.
Well, if you think that was bad, this guy's just Thompson.
Oh yeah.
Dominic Francis, I don't know what the rest of your name is. Why? What a way to end this.
This is the last question.
Why?
I think my caption was like, ask me and Ross Brown a question. Like,
pretty much
so he's replied why.
That's pretty much what I'm thinking right now. You know, I'm thinking about last night, I'm thinking about this hanger, and I'm thinking why.
This was horrific.
Why
if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Oh my god. Also, you must have nothing to do. My god.
Oh, this is a good one. We've done well. Well, that's it. That's all the questions.
I'm just going to keep abusing my audience. This is dreadful.
We've done well. Guys, thanks for all the questions. Me and Sam are now going to
do appreciate it.
Try and recover. It's not going to happen from this hangover.
I have to get on the bus.
Yeah, Sam needs to get on the bus.
That's dreadful.
This isn't last minute at all. But yeah, we hope you enjoy, guys.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks very much for coming on. It's been great.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me here in lovely Spain. This has been a hell of a trip. It's great.
Feel very good.
So see you later. I'm gonna go throw up now.
Next time you see me, guys, I won't look this hungover. I promise.
I'm
not as red.
I was looking at my water bottle for the whole